Greetings, 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 greetings. Um, I am so happy to be live again today. This is Truth Share number 2. Today is November the 1st, 2024. And I was doing a little just pondering, scrolling the internet, and I came across a video that triggered a remembrance of something. And it was dealing with numbers because I've always loved them. I've always loved them, but I've never cared deep enough, or I've never cared enough to really dive deeply into just the depths of the beginning of numbers, but only where it is leading me, and then I just drop it off, right? So I do know that in the video, it was sharing about numbers and the place in which you reside and what that can stand for, or the energy of that number, what it can mean for you. And mine just so happens to add up to the number 9. And 9 is a very, very powerful number for me because it is equivalent to my life path when broken down to the simplest form. And and it's completion of a phase, a cycle. It's completion of what was, and it is a guidance into what is a new beginning. It's an ending and a new beginning. So as I reflect on my life and all the things that I've been just kind of experiencing, I was thinking, I was like, wow, I'm going to turn 50 in 35 days. And so I was like, okay, so that in itself signifies change, right? And if you couple that change with the equivalent of my addresses sum is 9, then it is a beautiful change in my life right now, right? And I've been at this space for about a year now, a little bit over a year. And there have been lots of changes. There have been lots of letting go of, it was like it was forcing me to see the end of things within myself that needed to be addressed, thought processes, behaviors, attitudes, all kinds of stuff. And in in that in that, it has forced me to walk in and delve into the beginning of something beautiful and spiritual and heavenly and harmonious and peaceful. And it's like, wow. Being in this space and seeing how the energies of certain things have been surrounding me and the significance of them, and coupled with my birthday, which is something else significant to me, it is forcing me in this final moment, in these last, like this countdown. It's almost like at the stroke of 50, right? Many years I've been on this earth. At the stroke of 50, I will have need to let go of all things that are crippling, that I need to, that's clipping my wings from allowing me to fly and soar and to be free into what is for me next, which signifies that new beginning. So, um, the truth shared today is really about allowing yourself to kind of see, like I'm letting myself see in this moment, um, all of the beautiful things that are transpiring. And a lot of times we don't do that. We don't take the time to sit still, because in the stillness we can hear. In the stillness, there's silence. In silence, there is clarity. And during this time, for me, I always go in about this time of the year anyway, all the way until the spring. And each time things have been different. And each time it's been an opportunity for me to learn. But this feels like something monumental that is about to take place in my life. And the only thing that can hold me from it is me. So, how many things in our lives do we kind of allow to hold us hostage or to clip our wings? That's crazy, yo. Um, and when I say clip our wings, I mean when I said that I had an epiphany of something that I need to unloosen from, if that makes sense. Anyway, so you see what I'm saying? I'm forced. Like I don't get time to rest since I've been in this dwelling. There's been a force of me having to recognize realities, the truth in situations, the truth in me, where I've been integral, where I haven't been integral, and I'm only coming to share here because I'm using it as a platform to do so. Because even with rekindling something that was from of the past as far as a network or a platform, it's almost like it makes me want to just remove myself from it again and allow that end to really end. And then to also look at another platform that I use to see if it's what I need to do. And see all these changes. This is what I'm saying. All these changes, all these different things that we don't pay attention to because we don't sit still long enough. And I've grown to love this time of solitude because it is where I can really be truthful. I can really be honest with myself. Because when you're out in the elements and you're out visiting with people and you're going on social events or whatever during the time that that's most done in, for me, that is the spring and summer. For most people, it's the spring and summer. And this is just I'm not a subject matter expert. This is just my experience for me reflecting over all the things that I've been doing, right? And so I'm normally out at that time and things are vibrant. And so you're not really paying attention. You're enjoying because if you would have just come off of a freedom, the spring is something very new and you're walking into your newness and you're exploring and you're learning as you're growing in that newness. And then the summer and you're really celebrating. And then here comes the fall again. And you're in that space of reflection. So every time you come into these spaces, or when you allow yourself in this space, for me, I've gained clarity, and I think you will too. For me, I've gained truth, and I think you will too. For me, I've gained a more sense of peace and harmony, and for you, I think you will too. I think we don't sit still long enough. But when we do, when I tell you, man, uh, being able to be honest with myself and enjoy that honesty, even when it is shocking or it's painful or it just doesn't quite make sense, even when I've acted out because I'm still human, right? Even when I've acted out in ways that I'm not really proud of, but I'm not ashamed of it either. It's like those are the things that needed to happen. I needed to act out in a specific way so that I can learn and grow me. So even when these things happen, it's beautiful. Even when we are in a space of being um, um, lost, or if we're lost, or if we are just in a space of frustration or whatever, be still. Be still and you can hear. Be still and you can gain peace. Be still and allow yourself to rest and your soul to rest and your spirit to rest. And it's okay. You don't have to always run around, because if you keep running around and don't allow yourself that time, you can always be in a state of turmoil and chaos. And it's all about just being in a space of peace. And for me, that number, the 9, the completion, the birthday, the new beginnings, like my tastes, I think I've said this before, my taste for things is changing, and everybody has their own significance. And so mine is 9. What does your house number say? What does your house number say? And you just take each of the digits and add them up separately. And then if you get a two digit number that's not an 11, then you add the numbers together to make one solid number. And so, what does that number say for you? And then look at other things and other factors and see in your life if this is true for you. It may not be true for everybody, but it's actually true for me. And I'm grateful for um, being able to just kind of see it, because when I tell you, I didn't before my times passed, I would kick and I would throw tantrums because I didn't want to change or whatever. In this season, I am just flowing. I'm letting it go. It doesn't bother me, whatever it may be. It might sting a minute. I might not be able to understand it, and I might grapple with it. But after that is said and done, that doesn't really last long anymore, but it does happen. And after that's said and done, and I've had time to process and reflect and digest everything, then what comes out in the bowels comes out in the bowels. And I get to keep all the good stuff because I'm letting it go. And so it is so beautiful to know that I am in a form of alignment. This will help when we're in alignment, it helps us to see, right? So it'll help me to be able to see clearly, or even clearer, the path that I'm already on, which I know is the path that is definite for me. That this is the definite path for me. And before it was always excitement. I found that, in all the different stages that I grew in. But this particular one I know is this is it. This is the one. And to be able to allow myself to let go so that I can release all old programming and all ideas that have been implanted inside of me, and allow myself with the various things that are that take place within my life, and allowing myself to be open and listening. It helps me to just let things go easier this season. And this is going to help me see the definites in my purpose. And for that, it brings me joy. It's going to help me clearly see because it's already starting to unfold. And all things that I was holding on to, it's almost like it is like I can't keep holding on. It's like not a force, but it's almost a repelling. Um, and I think that it's repelling because I no longer match that vibration. Although I still try to hold on, I no longer match that vibration, and I still try to hold on. And so my vibration is saying, it's repelling that because that's no longer what you are. And look at what it is in your life that is repelling itself from what your current vibration is, and see if you're holding on to it. Because man, realizing that I've been holding on to, stuff like that, that's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? That's like, oh wow, to know that I've been holding myself back in that fashion, man, I quickly let go. It's like, girl, you did all that? That was you? Huh. To thine own self be true. You get people talking about it and teaching about it and all this other good stuff, but it's up to you to actually live it. And so I wanted to come in and do a truth share number 2 on something that I'm living and something that I'm experiencing, and something almost the moment that I'm experiencing it, or the epiphany, the time I get the epiphany or the aha, or clarity strikes, or the light shines on that area. I want to share it. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. And it has been a pleasure sharing with you. Listen, I'm not on the YouTube side. I don't know if there's anybody in here or not. One is watching. Okay. Hey, one. Anyway, whomever you are, thank you for watching. And um, I want you guys to know that you are protected, like protected. And as long as you stay in a harmonious space, and you stay in a space of truth and honesty to yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks your truth is. It doesn't matter how anybody feels about what your truth is, what they think your truth is. You allow them to think it, and you just rest in what you know, because you live in it. You know in what you are with you. You can't really hide from you. You can turn an eye from you, but you can't hide from you. So know that you're protected. I don't know where that came from. I was just told to share that with somebody. I guess I was sharing with myself. You are protected. There ain't nothing nobody can do that's going to stop what God has for you. Nothing, not even you. And it's not something that you'll need to boast about and brag about, because the God will show through you regardless to what is going on in your life and what you're experiencing. God will always show a way. So anyhow, I don't know where that came from. Truth number two. So I don't know when truth number three will be. Whenever it hits me, I will be back. I will be back, be back, be back, be back. It was a pleasure. And